Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for February the 23rd. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy. You may want to stick around and see what that's all about so that whenever we get to the cards for each of your signs, you kind of know what we're talking about there. So let's just take a peek at overall energy to get us started. What do we have coming up here and what can I fit on the camera? Okay, so we have Four of Swords showing up in the overall energy. Let me slide that more to the center, that way you guys can have that more visible. So Four of Swords talks about this idea of taking a break, of not really trying to get some objectivity. It also can talk about the idea of a forced downtime, a downtime that we weren't really planning. This is not where we're saying, hey, I'm going to take a mental health day, not show up to work. This is something going on outside of us that may be causing a forced downtime. So we're not able to necessarily do everything that we would normally do because of whatever that outside influence is. That could be coming up as well. So that's our overall energy. Next, we're going to look at each sign. So Aries, what do we have for you guys? Six of Wands coming up in reverse. And this is one of my newer decks. It's called the Tarot of Avalon or something like that. I actually ordered it from Ukraine, and I was highly impressed when it actually got to me. But let's take a look. So Aries, Six of Wands. I'm still kind of getting used to this deck is what I'm trying to say. Aries, this is talking about the idea of that there's some downtime here going on. There's some forced downtime happening for you, and I feel like you're not exactly sure why this is happening. And that it has something to do with the idea that there's somebody who is not appreciating whatever it is that you bring to the table. But that may not be exactly what they're saying here, because I feel like you're a little bit lost on this situation. Like, why is this forced downtime actually happening? All right, so next up, we're going to look at, what is this here? The Seven of Chalices. Okay, so this is going to be for Taurus. And so Taurus, looks to me like there's some kind of forced downtime going on in your life. This is allowing you to look at things from a different perspective. And as you're looking at those things from a different perspective, I think that what's happening is that you're starting to see about other things that you could do to improve your situation or your life. Now, this is not necessarily taking action yet, but it is seeing that there are things out there and sort of getting in your mind, which one do I want to pursue? Next up, we're looking at Gemini. Okay, so Geminis, what do we have here? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so Geminis, some kind of forced downtime showing up for you guys, which is allowing you the opportunity to do something that you normally would not be able to do, actually. And this is something that is making you very happy. It makes you feel enthusiastic. It's an inspired action, and you're out there doing it, taking an adventure, maybe even traveling, but definitely doing something that's exciting that without this forced downtime, you would not have had a chance to do. Okay, next up, we're going to look at Cancers. All right, so Cancers, you guys basically have the Page of Pentacles. They call it the Knave in this deck, but he's coming in reverse. I kind of want to take a little bit of a closer look at him. What do we have here? Okay, so Cancers, this basically tells me that you've got some kind of situation that should be paying off. And you know very well that it should be paying off, but it's feeling today like it's just a little bit out of reach. All right, doesn't mean that it won't pay off, but right now, definitely not. And I think that you're hearing about that today. You're finding out about some kind of delay with this today. Okay, just a delay. All right, next up, let's look at Leo. Leo. Five of Chalices showing up in reverse for those of us with Leo placements. Five of Chalices in reverse basically tells me that whatever this forced downtime is that's showing up for you, whatever this is that where you're basically taking a break that you didn't ask for, it really feels like a relief to you. it gives you a chance to really appreciate some of the things about your life that maybe you did not normally have a chance to. Okay, let's look at Virgo. Okay, so Virgos, Seven of Pentacles. Virgos, I am going to say that I think this forced downtime for you has something to do with your energy level, that you just may not have the energy to just keep going full force right now, and that has a big effect on this downtime. Next up, let's look at Libra. What do we have? What do we have? Emperor card showing up in reverse. Libras, I think you have some forced downtime coming up here because you've got somebody in your sphere of influence who does not do things in a fair or right way. And so where I don't think it's even your turn to have a downtime, I think that they are putting you into some kind of downtime just because, more or less on a whim. More or less on a whim. The question is, what are you going to do with this downtime? Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpios, Hierophant showing up in reverse. Scorpio, some kind of forced downtime, and I think that this forced downtime really allows us to look at things from a different perspective than usual, and helps us to decide that moving forward we're going to do things more out of the box than what we have in the past. Boop-ba-da-doo-doo, boop-ba-da-doo. Sagittarius. What do we have? Eight of Swords showing up in reverse. Sagittarius. We like it, actually. You do have some kind of forced downtime where you're not doing everything you would normally do, but that's allowing you time to think through a situation that has had you feeling pretty much paralyzed and like you couldn't move forward up until now. So sometime today, breaking free from that, finding that solution. Next up, we're looking at Capricorns. Capricorns. Five of Swords showing up in reverse. Capricorns, you guys are the peacemakers today. I feel like a lot of you are in some type of disagreement, and you're the one that says, well, let's stop fighting. I think it's your choice actually to pull away and get some objectivity in this situation so that you can bring peace to the situation. So you're basically asking for a timeout on some type of argument or debate, if you want to put it into not as many words. Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, you guys have the wheel showing up in reverse. Aquarius, I'm going to tell you, I feel like with this forced downtime that you're experiencing with that overall energy, I think you're spending some time putting some energy and some effort into reorganizing things and getting things straight again that maybe have not had a chance to be straight for a while. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. Okay, Pisces, Five of Wands showing up here. What do we have? What do we have? Pisces, what I'm going to say with this card is that you have feelings that are a little bit overwhelming today, and you may not quite be sure what to do with these. Some of you may actually be literally bursting out in tears, but I'm just feeling like feelings are very overwhelming today, Pisces. Okay, so thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate y'all spending some of your precious time with me. And of course, leave some comments down below. I always love to read those, and put a thumbs up and share this video around. Looking forward to doing some readings with you guys in